Okay, so hi everyone. This is the related blog video to the local versus overseas advice video. So, in this video, I will be talking about why I chose to go to NTU instead of going overseas for that matter. And if you have seen my Reddit comments or something before, you would have known more about this. But I will just briefly tell you my experience in choosing unis in the sense. So at the very beginning, before I even applied, I wanted to go to the US because uh even though I don't like the US as a country, I wanted to experience the education system. So in the sense, I wanted to have a break from the so-called stressful life that we have here. Although to be honest, I tend to not get as stressed as other people, so I think I'm good. Okay. So I wanted to experience the different life. I wanted to stay in a dorm and do all those things. And therefore I applied to a whole bunch of US unis, especially, and they're all like the top tier ones. So yeah, because my major of choice is bioengineering or biomedical engineering, whichever one that the uni gives in the sense. And and there's no real point in going to the US if I can get into the best schools there in the sense. So yeah. So my strategy was go big or go home. Yeah. That was such a wonderful strategy. Okay. So basically in the US I did apply to a bunch of to some Ivy Leagues unis, and as well as some of the unis that are very reputed in terms of biomedical engineering in the sense. Yeah, so that's basically that's what I did in for the US universities, and for some reason I applied to the UK universities as well because I just wanted to have choices, I guess, just had options. And in the UK I did choose four choices, and yeah, I will. So that's basically the gist of what I was doing during my application. So what happened after I finished applying was I had to get back my decision, like the decision from the unis, and of course for the US I wasn't accepted into any of the unis. As I said, they are top tier unis, so it's very hard to actually get in, even if I have a decent ish stat score or something. And I don't have any super good extracurriculars or anything, so uh, but I will talk more about that in the third set of videos. So for now, I'll just tell you how I chose where to go. But for the UK unis, I got out of that the best one was Imperial. And if you haven't heard of Imperial, it is actually very highly valued in the UK. It is it could sometimes even be better than Oxford or Cambridge in terms of certain majors. And for my major, I think it's a more sensible place to go to. Yeah. So in that sense, I now had to decide between going to Imperial or going to either NUS or NTU because here I applied to NTU using the early scheme, which they sent to me after prelims. So yeah, that's good. And for NUS, I applied after A level results were out. So um, yeah, so if you want to know more about my experience applying, I will tell it to you in the next set of videos. But for now, I had to decide between Imperial and NUS and NTU. So why did I choose NTU? You may be asking now, and there's a whole bunch of reasons for that. I think the one of the most important reasons was that I got a scholarship from NTU, and if I by getting a scholarship, which is actually Nanyang scholarship, it's not the most high tier one, but it's still a scholarship. So I get quite a few benefits from the scholarship, and I will also get priority for the exchange programs, which I definitely want to experience in the sense I want to go for overseas exchange at some point of time. Um, and Also, if you think about it, right, Imperial is around the same level compared to NUS and NTU, but I had to pay, let's say, about £30,000 plus another £25,000 for living there per year, and that would be about 100,000 Singapore dollars compared to spending $0 and then being in NTU. You you understand the logic, yeah. Of course, you may be wondering, well, why did you even apply overseas then? I applied to US. I wasn't really interested in going to UK to begin with, so I think I can definitely afford the cost, but I still feel like, it's kind of unwarranted to spend $100,000 just to, to experience being in the UK or experience whatever better quality there might be. And at the same time, since it's not the US, I'm not as psyched as going there, because I do know that no matter what, the Imperial is also pretty stressful. It is going to be stressful whether I be here or whether I go to Imperial. It's not going to make a difference to me. So, yeah. And the thing is, I would have like, let's say if I want to do a second major or do my minor, I can do it here. In Imperial, I may not really have the chance to do that because it is a master's program though. I can get a master's after 4 years. That's actually one factor you can consider in your applying. If you want to quickly get your bachelor's and master's, you can go to the UK. But even though I want to do higher education like masters or PhD, I'm not sure if I would be ready to decide what exactly to focus on after 3 years of studying there. So I felt like I would rather spend more time, go for overseas experience, go for internship, do my final year project for 4 years in that 4 years that I spent here, and then take a more informed decision on whether I want to do a master's or a PhD or whether I want to do both in the sense, and where I want to go and do it in the sense, yeah. Because I feel like since, you know I can try all sorts of various experiences from here itself, why do I have to go overseas to do it in the sense? And with the scholarship, I get more chance of actually doing these experiences here, like the overseas experience program, or maybe if I do well enough, I can join the Eureka program, which is there in NTU. It's a research program, and that's because I want to, do research in the future, and this will help me to find out more whether I like to do it or not. So, yeah. So apart from that, of course, in terms of staying, I have a house here in Singapore, but I will be staying in the NTU halls for at least a semester because I live in Yishun. Unless you drive a car, it'll take quite a while to get to NTU. But I do want to still experience the hall experience for myself. And I can choose whatever I want. It's pretty cheap. I get subsidies from my scholarship somewhere, so that means I don't have to pay a lot of money to do it. So, and the food in NTU will probably be more Asian and more suitable to my taste, and I don't have to worry about cooking as much if I by being here in NTU than going overseas where you have to really just cook your food every day because it's quite expensive to buy food every day there. So yeah, so there's a lot of factors actually. There's even more things that I can talk about in the sense. And if you want to know more of why I wanted to do it, you can ask questions below. If not, I think that's about it. I don't really know what else I have to say. I think of course I do want to go overseas eventually, which I may do it during PhD or masters, and or at least through the experience program. So so I can make that decision later, and when I'm more confident of going overseas, I'm more ready to do it. Or in the sense, for now I'm happy to be here, being in my comfort zone and comfort weather. I prefer this weather even though it's hot. I'm very used to it, so yeah, I prefer this weather. And yeah, that's about it. I would like to say that if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, please press the like button and subscribe. And with that, I would like to say thank you and bye.